one's called the Stroll. Out here we step in sync with city sounds and the screaming shake of subterranean transportation systems. That's the rhythm that stays with us. That kind of rhythm sticks, like summer, sweltering in the subtleties of sin, and sin don't shine in the sun, but for him, standing out here on that stoop, summer sticking to him like the black tar heroin in the streets where we step, black tar cracks in asphalt that tell us where we are, cracks in asphalt still so unfilled and open, enough to absorb who we are, ashamed of who he is. His aim is that everyone around him should represent him by reflecting all of what he is not, which is exactly as impossible as it sounds, reflecting something that does not exist. Shine on, asphalt shimmering in the sun. Shine on, reflecting all of what he is not. Shine on, all of what he has not. Shine on, all of what we thought we wished we were. Sun, shine. Sunshine in step with the sounds that bind us. Sounds like the stillness of your image, softening to nothing. And nothing is worse than nothing. Nothing except for being stuck out here in the street in the shadow of that stoop, being told to shine on by some black tar heroin shell of a somebody. Thank you.
Wow.
Okay, this next one's called 1/5 of Us. Don't be alarmed. This is just a simulation of colonial forces and America's emancipation. Misogyny comes in like a colonist army. I don't mean to alarm you like the headlines in papers, so hyperbolic by nature, meant to perpetuate the homogeneous hemorrhage of cultures and nations wiped out, like families misplaced by neighborhood gentrification, but that's just a gentleman's word for the genocide of generations, separated by walls, not separated by nature, left to oscillate in a space that's not hurt, but it aches from the takes that it's taken. Now, don't be alarmed. That's just an excess of alliteration in an attempt to describe the situation of an America so fucked up it's mistaken as a metaphor for a misanthropist nation. And yeah, I guess some learning curves are hyperbolic by nature. They oscillate in a space that's not hurt, but it aches. Like when platform feet pace conventions so caustic and calloused, each step swirls up shadows that circle like an unkindness of ravens, constantly craving not the kill, but the corpse-to-corpse copulation. Now, don't be alarmed. That's not a metaphor for monogamy, but rather a rhetorical romance so caustic and calloused. The details are duplicit by nature. Their darkness is carried in the wobbly degradation of a daytime hooker who oscillates on the outskirts of abstinence because her carves are hyperbolic by nature, and radios blast back with the subsequent sound of the shadows. It's the static of 1/5 of a nation that stands without representation. Thank you.
Thank you. Next we have